Balling like it's March Madness. Team and everything the same.
I got
Get it.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down. Day to night, hood to hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
I keep you vicious, 6 inches when I'm switching from marker to ammunition. Listen, this is new for the kids in position, waiting to escape each clip and evicted. You're 6-bit, 666 each digit, profit from these licks and keep my spit prolific. In an instant, I'ma live a life like Mystic. Stay high to defy the laws of physics. Critics kiss my ass, you can witness, never missing. When I aim at a misfit, his shit ain't equipped with enough to have ammo. When the King's Arch wig split, give it a 0 when I'm a 15 like AR. You can live your life in the graveyard. Life, you're not gonna take ours. I got a lot to say than just 8 bars. If you hate ours, this day you might make ours. Something frightening's about to happen. Lightning strikes the mic when I be rapping. Don't even come and tell me you saw me blasted. I'll be flashing, ego smashing. Nobody will close my casket.
Live from the graveyard. 3 young riders. Ammunition. King Czar. Mac Pacino.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down. Day to night, hood to hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard. No.
I'm telling them big cheers for the reason us bitch ass niggas hating. Nigga ride through my hood on go dating. Split the script from a strap erase. Somebody dropped in the middle set. Got his ass with a missile, now he's really wet. It's a killer set. I got mental threats, and on top of that, I'm a lunatic. My niggas be tripping on me sometimes, saying that a nigga be out his mind. So evacuate, in other words, vacate. Cause a nigga like me might premeditate. I'm full of danger, oops, I mean anger shit, but I guess they both apply. See eye to eye, not me, my nigga. Got 20/20 vision, peek my trigger. It's lovely, ain't it, nigga? That's my bitch. We done fucked around, and this some main shit, untaming shit, insane shit. And every time I get done, it's an empty clip. I don't understand, but I'm on the edge. I guess I'm part of the living dead. That's what I said. From me, don't listen. Crazy, sorry, got hollows hissing. Walk with me, go kill with me, pull guns with me, come kill with me, come ride with me, go steal with me. If you don't fuck with me, you history. One lifeline gone, and it's sick, and the death's with me, it runs blood thick. Torture chamber, bottom pit, the home of a deranged out lunatic.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down.
So I'm in this move. I'm in this joint, man. How y'all doing out there? We in this joint today, baby. It's ski mask season. They out here robbing these NFL teams. Woo! Child. Welcome to Talk Is Tuesday. I'm your host, Dennis Holmes. I'm here with my co-host, Ryan Thomas. What's going on, Ryan?
What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
Not much. Chocolate Girl, how you doing, baby?
I'm good. How's everybody tonight? Good to be here with the fellas.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear. We got Zara in the bill. Zara, so, Zara, how you doing?
Hey,
What's up,
Dennis.
Czar?
How's it going?
How's everything been? Been all right. Got Ian Rakelli. Vegas is in the house.
absolutely Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. There you go.
Lie.
Or as they
No,
would
that's
say,
no
whatever
lie. That's the
happens in
truth.
Vegas.
We're the
Lie.
entertainment capital of the world.
Lie.
Or as they would say, whatever happens in Vegas.
Hey, don't
stays.
stay in Vegas, man. We got social media to thank for that.
Whatever happens in Vegas should stay in Vegas. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. But first of all, we also have FBC in the building. What's going on, FBC?
What's cracking? What's good? What's up?
Nothing much. Out here just chilling, enjoying myself. Y'all know we do our trash ass players each and every Tuesday. Ron, let's go here with these trash ass players.
I got 2 trash ass players this week. Paul Pierce. Paul motherfucking Pierce.
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce. The Hall of Famer Paul Pierce.
What do you do?
Dog, you just need to be quiet from now on.
No.
You just need to say or
Mm-hmm.
Dog, you sound stupid by the day. By the damn day. You trying to defend John Moran on that bullshit. You forgot what happened to you in Boston in the nightclub? You forgot about that? Oh. So now you got a little bit of money. You don't think about that shit. What happened to you in Boston in that nightclub? Okay. Next, Chicago Bears. How the fuck y'all gonna give, excuse my language, 72 million for a OK linebacker that came from the Bills? Well,
That ain't my problem. But you know what my problem is? You had a linebacker who was the man.
what?
Sitting
Talk to me,
right there.
Jimmy.
He was sitting
Talk
right there in
to
your
me.
house, eating
Talk to
chicken,
me.
cleaning up, being such a good citizen. Had a linebacker right there. Roquan Smith, he was right there. All he want to do is get paid. But you spent the money on this Waka Flocka. Lord forgive me.
This Walter Flocker, he afraid to tackle. He just like Deion Sanders, afraid to tackle.
Oh, don't say that. Coach
You
Prime, I
mean
ain't
like
say
the
that.
Falcons defense last year?
I said
Coach
it.
Prime, I ain't say that.
said
Coach
it. Then I seen this shit. Chicago Bears trash. Y'all trash.
At least we're making moves, man. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
but they're not the
At
right
least we're making
You
moves,
don't
man.
wait a minute. You don't give a B, a C average linebacker that afraid to tackle all that money.
Hey, at least
Well-
we're making moves, man. Come on now. That's what we're doing.
But,
It is.
And
Yeah,
besides,
like-
Roquan Smith would have been $100 million. We're paying this guy $70 million. So.
I'd rather pay Raekwon Smith than a piece of ish that not afraid to tackle anybody.
And his skills when it comes to coverage. What about that?
Okay, y'all happy? I love it. Y'all give away money like it's a government cheese.
Hey, we got
Ski
money
mask
and we're gonna
season.
spend it.
It's ski mask season. Everybody give up
Right.
that check.
Big check.
Back to you, Dennis.
All right, go ahead, Chocolate Girl.
Okay. So I'm still on the Ravens. I don't know what their problem is, but the Ravens is still trash. The Raiders, I don't understand. Their moves are not making any sense either. Probably because of their coach. And why do they think that all these expatriates are supposed to be a good fit on their team? Just because it worked on the Patriots don't mean it's going to work for you. And the third one is the UNC Tar Heels. You didn't make the NCAA tournament, and you got the nerve to turn down an NIT invitation.
Oh wow.
You just that's what we doing now. You didn't make the big dance. Somebody invites you to come. The NIT has been around longer than the NCAA tournament.
Sure has.
That's the historic nature of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you gonna turn your nose up at the NIT and not accept the invitation? How dare you? You arrogant son of a bitch. I don't understand it. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. First number one team ever to start out number one in the beginning of the season and then not make the NCAA tournament. First ever. And you got the nerve to say no to an NIT invite. Got it. They're going to make me be a permanent Duke fan behind this. I got to think about it. Because before, I like both teams because I ain't from here, so I can do that. But this right here, this is kind of bad. That's it, Dennis. That's all my 3.
All right, what you got there, Czar?
I only got one. I'm just gonna keep it at the league. I'm gonna let this football play out a little more before I start judging these teams. I'm just gonna go to the league and go to the Trailblazers, Portland. Dame Dollar and company. Slowly and surely, falling out. We've been clowning the Lakers. Basically saying, they're not gonna make the play-in. They're in the play-in right now. Portland not only not in the play-in, but I believe they're 13th in the West. So they have teams to jump to even get to being in the play-in itself. So I know, again, we've joked about Dame being loyal, and I don't know, man. Like I said, I was happy Chauncey Billups got the gig. Last year, I think when we talked about it, like it was historical, like 4 black coaches got hired. All of them were doing well except for Billups. I mean, Willie Green is struggling a little bit, but he's had super injuries, and plus his best player pretty much been out most of the season, along with Ingram and such. But, we've seen Willie Green. He's doing, when he has his team, they were a 1 seed at one time this year. So, but yeah, I'm just the Portland Trailblazers, just garbage. 6 games under 500, uncalled for. I'm gonna give them the only trash trophy for the day.
All right. Shout out to Abel Jones. What you got over there, Ian?
I mean, I really only got 2. The first one is I have the Detroit Pistons. I mean, they've lost 9 of the last 10 games. They have lost out there in Detroit.
Good.
And some of them haven't even been close games. They've been almost absolute blowouts. So I'll say with Detroit Pistons, that would be a trash-ass player just because of the fact the Detroit Pistons are clearly not caring at this point. Like I said, losing 9 of the last 10 games. And then the second one, I got to go with a team that has been failing at the NFL free agency. This team has made terrible move after terrible move, and that's the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have been making terrible moves this offseason. I mean, you've signed Tyler Heineke to a terrible contract. The only good move I can really think of is maybe Caleb McGarry. That's like the only one I can maybe think of. But the rest of their moves, trash.
Wow.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Ron. It's a free country, man. You can do whatever you want.
We got the best safety in the NFL.
You are on crack, Ron. Shut. You are on crack.
Jesse Bates.
Hey, that's his
The
opinion.
best safety in the NFL or the best free
Jesse
agent?
Bates.
No. They said he is the best.
No, who is they? Who is this they?
What's your source? Who's your
Some of
source?
them other Niner fans,
Can I finish?
I'm finished.
Thank you. And we got him for the low. It's not like we pay him a lot of this money. No, we got this man for the low. And we signed our right tackle that was the number 1. They rated the number 1 last year. PFF.
Caleb McGarry's your only good signing. The rest of them been trash.
So he's better than Derwin James?
Hey, I did not.
I'm asking you, not what they said, whoever this they is.
And Minka Fitzpatrick, what about him? Did he disappear?
He's better than Buda Baker?
Oh, hey, this is what I heard.
Better than Minka, but that's okay.
But anyway, and we got some of the pieces that we needed. We needed a D tackle. And if you go do your research, and
I do my research every day.
Wait a minute, player. He was a top D tackle last year. Who we got it from? Our enemy, the Aints. So I'm happy. If we just steal they players and they come over here make us look good, that a win-win for me.
Yeah, when you lose 13 games this year, I'll be happy.
Okay. When y'all be back at number 1, when y'all be back at number 1 next year, then holler at me.
Hey, we'll have 6 wins. You'll be battling for top 5 in the draft.
Right. Oh my goodness. Comedy, boy. Comedy.
All right. Who was next? Was it Ian?
Oh, no, I
No,
went
that's
Sharon.
DC.
Oh,
It's
no, it's
Lindsay.
Czar.
Where did Lindsay
No,
go?
Lindsay left. Lindsay left.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Never mind. Let me just get to my trash ass players. For the first time since 1977, there has not been a Philadelphia college basketball team in the NCAA tournament. So for that, my Philadelphia college basketball teams are trash. All of them. There ain't none of them make the tournament. And there's 5 of them. And it's supposed to be the Power 5, but ain't no power in that 5.
Name
So,
them. Who the 5?
you got LaSalle, Temple, Penn, Villanova. Damn, I'm missing one. LaSalle, Temple, Penn, Villanova. I said University of Penn. I said Villanova.
You said Temple.
I said I'm missing one. Is it Drexel? I ain't Drexel.
Clyde Drexel?
I just was curious because I didn't know who they all were.
Drexel makes sense.
Look, I didn't even know.
This
It
is
was
the
years
city
before I even knew where Villanova was. So
Drexel makes the city 6. I can't think of who the 5th one is. Give me a second. I'll be back with it. But Ryan, let's get the certified player.
that's your only trash.
The uncertified player I got this week, how Chicago Bears got all those draft picks from the Carolina Panthers.
They did.
Y'all should got
It's
more
who?
than
Wait a
that.
minute. It's who, Ron? I'm sorry. Say that again. Who did you say?
Chicago Bears
Uh-huh.
got all those draft picks from the Cats, what we call them.
Okay.
Back to you, Dennis.
Go ahead, Chocolate Girl.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with the Jets for signing wide receiver Lazard on that 4-year, $44 million deal. Smart move, but the only caveat I have to that is his numbers didn't look that well the last couple of years. So you paid him a whole lot of money. You're not even sure how he gonna do. But I still say it was a smart move, especially since you're trying to get Aaron Rodgers. But anyway, Eagles kept Bradbury. I was worried. I thought the Eagles was about to lose somebody else, but they said the cornerback Bradbury was going to stay, and I was glad that Kelsey decided he wasn't going to retire. So that's good for them. Good decision. Wanted to see him come back. And of course, my Steelers, we signed cornerback Patrick Peterson, which was awesome, especially since we lost Cam Sutton to the Vikings. So, yeah, smart move. That's it.
All right, Zach, go ahead.
Real quick, let's go to the league again. Not much, not really too many deservings, but I'm gonna give Memphis a little love. They've been playing pretty good this past 7 days, with the John Morant fiasco. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak, so they're kind of holding on to that second spot, trying to, Sacramento's on their tail, and they made up some ground when Ja first, left. But they're figuring it out. Tyus is starting to play better, and control that PG position until and if Ja comes back. And Tyus is a capable point guard, so again, no, you ain't gonna win no championship with him, but he's capable. I want to shout out the Clippers as well. They jumped into the top 6, jumped out of the play-in. They won 3 in a row. And that, like I said, it's key to get out of that play-in because it's one game. You just never know. Even though if you're 7-8, you technically get to play 2 games because the loser gets a second chance if you're in the 7 and 8 spot. But still, it's a one game or anything can happen. So kudos to the Clippers, tied with the Warriors at 36 and 33 for that, to basically tie for 5th, actually. You know what I mean? So kudos to them. And I really ain't got. There's one team out east, but I'll let you get on that one. So that's it.
All right, Ian, what you got?
Well, I only got one, and of course, it's going to be my Chicago Bears for having one heck of a week Not only did they get a solidified number one receiver in DJ Moore, get a weapon for Justin Fields. You get 4 high draft picks, which are definitely going to be used effectively by Ryan Poles. I mean, what a great general manager, right? I mean, we brought him in. He's made some solid moves, year 2 of a process. So I got to give credit to Chicago Bears. I also am going to say them getting TJ Edwards from the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that's a solid, very underrated move, getting TJ Edwards from Philadelphia. Shout out to Dennis, by the way, for having him now be on the Chicago Bears. And we got Nate Davis at right guard from the Tennessee Titans, and that's an underrated move as well. We get a right guard. We're going to protect Justin Fields. So, yeah, we've really been no better team this offseason than my Chicago Bears.
All right, I want to give the Bears, the Broncos, and the Atlanta Falcons some love and certified. Also want to give some certified love out there to Memphis for going out there and getting those wins, even though Zara wanted to snatch that one from me. I got to give another one out there to Sacramento Kings. Light the fucking beam, baby. Damn, them boys is balling. Light the beam. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
6, 5, 4, 3.
Just like that.
Just
Straight like
that.
Yeah. With that being said, Ron, can we get to those questions, Ron?
Oh, yeah. Number 1, do you think it is hard to draft a number 1 wide receiver? Dennis.
Yes, it is hard to draft a number 1 wide receiver. I know this from experience. Let me get that out the way. It ain't that easy to draft a number 1 wide receiver. We keep missing on drafting a number 1 wide receiver. I think we just hit I think we've hit, since I've been an Eagles fan, twice on drafting a number 1 wide receiver.
Sharon.
Oh, shucks. I didn't even hear the question. What did you say the question was? I'm sorry.
Do you think it is hard to draft a number 1 wide receiver?
No, it's not hard if your draft pick is high, if your draft turn is high enough. No, I don't think it's hard. Do you?
No.
Do you think it's hard, Ron? Because I don't think it's hard.
No, I don't. But some people are having problems.
I think that's a matter of they don't know how to judge good talent.
I have to agree to that.
That's what I think it is. But I don't think it's hard if you know what you're doing.
Thank you. Zar.
No, not at all. I mean, if you're the Eagles, yeah. When you draft the likes of Jalen Reagor, when you could have had Justin Jefferson. So you got to trade for one, to get that number 1. So, yeah.
And
no, it's not hard to draft a number 1 receiver. It's hard to develop them into a number 1 receiver. There's receivers that have number 1 talent, but if you don't develop them, you don't really take the time to actually make them into a number 1 receiver, then yes. So really, it just depends. It's not hard to draft one, but it's hard to develop them and actually get them to be a number 1 receiver.
Okay. Number 2, put in order what quarterback going to what NFL team the top quarterbacks in the draft.
So at number 1, the Carolina will take CJ from Ohio State, really the best quarterback in this draft. Houston will take Bryce Young at 2. Really, they've been eyeing him for the last couple of months. Indianapolis will take Anthony Richardson from Florida at 4. And Will Levis, the weakest out of the bunch, will go to Las Vegas at 7.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say you tripping on that one. I believe CJ should go 1, but You know what? I'm just gonna leave the rumors the rumors. I'm gonna agree with Czar. Give Czar his props. I ain't gonna go with the rumors. I'm give Czar his props. CJ will go 1 to the Panthers, and then after that, the Texans will go ahead and get Bryce, which they won in the Alabama situation anyway. So then the third quarterback taken will be Will Levis. Will Levis, and after that it'll be AR-15.
Okay. King Czar.
Oh, he just took the words out of my mouth.
Okay.
He gave me my props. What do you think I'm gonna go different? That's the order I've had after week 5 of college football. Stroud, Young, Levis, AR. Although I'm starting to like AR better than Levis, but he won't go before him.
I mean, AR is better than Levis. So
I think he will be. He's a project, but he will. He has higher.
I don't see the coach drafting a black quarterback.
Me either.
That too.
I don't see it.
I hope they do though.
Sharon, talk to me.
Well, I have to agree with the lineup that Dennis and Czar, and I guess somebody else may have said. The only thing is, I'm kind of changing my view on Levis too. He could go the third or fourth, either one. They could switch the last two, but I'm not buying the rumors that Bryce is going to go number 1 over Stroud. I'm not buying that. I'm still sticking with that.
Number 3. Do you think Geno Smith worth the money Seattle gave him?
absolutely. I mean, Geno Smith, he worked his ass off. He went from being a journeyman, a guy going from team to team, found himself in Seattle, became starting quarterback. His accuracy went up. All his stats went up from recent years. I mean, absolutely, he earned that contract. And honestly, I'm happy for him. I actually am a huge believer in Geno Smith. I think Geno Smith always had the talent. He's had to go to a team that actually would be able to use him properly. So, yeah, I'm happy for Geno Smith, but he absolutely earned it, 100%.
Okay. Dennis.
I'm gonna have to say it in the words of Geno Smith. They wrote me off, but I ain't right back.
Czar.
Yeah, I actually think they're gonna. That's what I think. Man, surprisingly, might pick AR. So we might get 4 quarterbacks in the top 5.
Ooh.
I think that would be unprecedented. I don't think that's ever happened. I can actually see that happening.
Ooh.
And him sitting 1 to 2 years in a perfect situation and bring him along just as they want to. I'm actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna predict that. I'm taking Seattle. Going to take AR for number 5. And
Okay.
yes, Geno deserves it. He'll be the starter the next 2 years.
Okay. Sharon.
Ian took the words right out of my mouth, almost word for word what I was going to say. He earned it. I always believed in Geno, just like he did. I just felt like he always landed in the wrong place. And I saw signs of him improving when he was a backup to Russ, and I could see him performing well. I remember when we played him and he was playing instead of Russ because Russ was injured, and we ended up winning the game. But he played well in that game, and that's when that was last season, and that's when my mind changed about Geno completely. And he elevated, comeback player of the year, and all that. He deserves it, every penny. Especially if you paying all that mess to Daniel Jones, and don't even get me into that. Don't even let me start talking about that because I'm still pissed about the that shit. But anyway, yeah, he deserved it.
Okay. My next question. Do every NFL player need to have an agent to get the money they deserve? Dennis.
No.
And
So I'm actually going to answer the question that popped up on the bottom of the screen. My take on Jimmy G in Vegas is the Raiders want to make the Patriots 2.0. And to kind of take a film analogy on this one, rarely is a sequel ever better than the original. So do I think that Jimmy G is going to work out in Vegas? Not really. When you're trying to recreate the Patriots, it's not really going to work out in their favor. Now, to answer your question, Ron, yes, I think you do. I think the reason why is because with agents, they hold a lot of leverage because they've dealt with these NFL teams. They've been doing it for years and decades at this point. They know how, I'm not going to say blackmail, but they know how to manipulate. They know how to get NFL teams to do what they want. So, yes, I think having an NFL agent behind you, there are certain benefits to it.
Okay, Czar.
I can see it both ways, but Ian, the way he said it, I was going to go with Dennis and say no, but that's a valid point, actually, with that example. So I agree with Ian.
Sharon.
It's tricky because I don't want to say blanketly yes that you have to have an agent. It's better if you do, but I won't say you have to. Just recently, the Ravens paid somebody who didn't even have an agent. What's his name, Dennis? What's his name? I can't hear you if you're talking.
I don't know. I'm lost.
The dude at the Ravens that they gave all that money to, and you said that he didn't even have an agent?
No, I'm lost.
Well, never mind.
It might have been somebody else.
That's fine. I don't remember his name. But anyway, I don't think that you have to have an agent, but like Ian was saying, it's better if you do that. Thank you, BJ and Aaron, Raekwon. They just paid him. He didn't have an agent. So it could be done. Would he have gotten even more if he had an agent? Maybe so. But it can be done. Something about the quarterback position, though, is very special. And I feel they need to have an agent because most people regard that position as the most important position on the team. It's more drama around that position and all, so forth on down the line. So that's how I'm sorry, I just can't say yes or no definitively, but that's just where I stand on it.
All right. My next question. Name a NBA team you think they is ready to take the next step to win in the playoffs. Dennis.
The next step in the NBA playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
You said,
I guess it'd be the Knicks. I'm gonna say the Knicks.
Not the Knicks.
Czar.
The Denver Nuggets.
You think they're ready?
Yeah, they always that's the only thing Joker ain't got.
Yeah, but all right, well, hold up. So the next step would be him going to the finals, then, right?
Yes, that's where I got him going.
Oh, okay, all right. I just want to make sure. That's why I was thinking about it like that. Like what?
No, but you can stick with the Knicks. I like that.
Sharon.
I heard you, Czar. I guess I'm not quite understanding the question. You said take the next step.
Yeah, like for example, the Kings, they're in the playoffs. Do you think they would beat somebody in the playoffs? Go to the second round.
Well, when you mentioned the Kings, Sharon didn't like that. She had to go.
Wow.
No, she'll be back. So I think she just lost the what you call him. Let's just ask Ian.
Yeah.
So if I'm understanding your question correctly, and yes, Sharon's back, but
sorry. Go ahead, Ian.
But to answer your question, so for example, if they've made a conference final, the next step would be an NBA final, right?
Right.
Okay. Man. I'm going to say Philadelphia 76ers NBA Finals.
We ain't make no conference final.
Yes, you did. You've made a conference final.
Sir, we haven't made a conference final since Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was here, sir.
Not with Joel Embiid they haven't, sir. Not with Doc Rivers.
Wait, was 2 years ago a semifinal or final? I forget.
Second round, sir.
Second round.
Really? So against the Heat. That was okay.
Sharon.
Well, regardless of whether or not the 76ers have made a conference finals before or not, it doesn't matter to me. I believe that they're ready.
With James Harden?
Well, No, I just had to take that back. As soon as you said with James Harden, I had to stop. I had to stop myself because I forgot he was.
Zar, why did you stop her? We are rubbing her in the right direction. Now listen, Zar. This is all. Zar, listen. Hold on, Sharon. I'm gonna let you go. Hold on, Sharon. I gotta tell Zar why I said that. Hold on, let me tell Zar. Zar, we were almost there. We got her liking the Kings now. She's about to say something nice about the Sixers with James Harden, Zar. We were almost there, Zar. It's a work in progress. Sharon, back to you.
I couldn't, man.
Anyway, don't blame this on Zar. But as soon as I said it, I was like, wait a minute, James Harden. And then Zar said it. So I was having that thought anyway. But no, I can't say it's the 76ers. I still don't believe in the Knicks either. Not going to the finals. And that's what you're talking about, right, Ron? Going to the finals.
No, just going to the next level. So, like, the Knicks ain't been out the first round since Carmelo was there.
Okay,
so the next level will be them being the second round.
Okay, what I mean, go to the second round.
I think the Knicks can make it to the second round. Yeah.
So
I also believe that
that's the next step for them.
Yeah, I believe that they can make that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the only one I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna do the West.
By the way, I apologize, Dennis. I thought their series against Toronto in 2019. I thought that was the Eastern Conference Final.
No, but they play that shit every highlight chance they get. They play that goddamn shot as if he won the finals on that shot.
I don't remember them taking on Milwaukee. No, legit. Like I thought you were in the 2019 Eastern Conference
it was
Final.
Milwaukee.
I don't remember that.
Milwaukee, Toronto, baby.
I genuinely don't remember.
And Kawhi shut the Greek freak down.
With that game.
Wow. So trust the process has never been to an Eastern Conference Final. Wow. I'll go with them. Eastern Conference Final.
That's what I'm saying. You better quit using that for the Bears because y'all not gonna make it far if you keep using that trust the process slogan.
Hey man, we're in a set. Hey, I trust Ryan Poles. I trust him.
That's better. Don't say the process.
I trust the process.
I think he's doing a good job though. I mean, I got to give it to him. He already flipped the pick. He possibly can flip it again. He possibly can flip it again.
Wait a minute, Dennis. What you say every year?
This is the sucker born everyday season right here.
Thank you. Carolina was a sucker. Yes or no?
Let me tell you why they even bigger with suckers. I'm gonna tell you why. There's a rumor out there that the Carolina Panthers are not sure that they want to keep the number one pick. They're thinking about trade.
Make that make sense.
It can make sense if they get back more to what they got, but if they on some fucking draft day shit like I want all my picks back, you better sit your dumb ass down. That's what I think I would say. Like, you want all your picks back.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. You trade up to number one. You gave up a top wide receiver. What, 4 picks in? And then 4 top picks.
Yeah.
So now you are like, okay, I don't want to stay here now. I want to trade back down. What kind of shit is that? Make that make sense. Anybody, help me out here.
Listen, I don't understand it. I'm just hoping it's just a rumor. That's why I didn't, put it out there in the atmosphere as big as I was going to at first. I was hoping it was just a rumor.
It don't really matter though. Carolina will win that division at 6-11. It is the worst division in football. It's not even close.
All right, back to my question.
And Ron proved my point. Thanks.
Do the WNBA basketball need to have a superstar to get a lot of fans to come to the games? Sharon.
They already have superstars. And the fans are coming. More fans are coming than they used to. So
yeah, they got Diana Taurasi already.
That's my answer. They already have superstars.
She ain't a superstar, man.
She's the greatest.
And they about to get another superstar.
I see some young girls that I've been looking at. about to take the WNBA by storm.
You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, look, having as many superstars as possible helps your sport out. But with the WNBA, they already have superstars. Kind of to piggyback off of Sharon, they have superstars. You just got to go out and watch it. And the thing is, not many people are watching. Not many people are actually taking the time to learn about the talent that's in the WNBA. Now, they're here in my backyard. Las Vegas Aces just won a WNBA championship. So I'm well aware of the talent they have here in Las Vegas.
Then they went and got my boo.
And I would say this, Ron, to answer your question, having a superstar is great. And yes, they bring more eyeballs. We saw it with Venus and Serena. We saw it with Danica Patrick, for example, out in racing world. But at the end of the day, if you have a great talent, you have great action and great.
June. Stop talking, June. Don't be missing them people, June.
To answer your question, Ron, they already got superstars. So.
All right.
June, giving them names and stuff. What you say? I say yeah. I don't think they need a superstar. I think they got enough superstars. I'm sorry, sir.
All right. Czar.
But more is coming.
Yep, I agree with the panel.
All right. My next question.
Why you skip that Matt Ryan question?
What's
Matt Ryan question?
I'm looking at a Matt Ryan question before that.
Can you see Matt Ryan sign with the 49ers this offseason and take them to the playoffs this year? Dennis.
No.
Czar.
Nope. I don't see it happening.
I'm not gonna talk no trash about Matt Ryan because he fuck around be on my team. I'm just gonna leave it like that. No.
Yeah.
Well, first off, let me tell you what Matt Ryan's going to do this offseason. He is going to sign a one-day contract in Atlanta. He'll sign a one-day contract. He's going to retire as an Atlanta Falcon, as pitiful as that is. He's going to sign a one-day contract in Atlanta. And he's going to retire off to the sunset. He had an above-average career. Now, with Matt Ryan, is he going to the 49ers? Absolutely not. The 49ers already got a quarterback. They already got a backup quarterback in Sam Darnold. So you don't need Matt Ryan. You already got a starting quarterback. You have a backup quarterback, and you have a third-string quarterback. So, Ron, to answer your question, he ain't coming to San Francisco. He signed a one-day contract to retire as an Atlanta Falcon.
But that was his best year when he got with Shanahan. It
doesn't matter, man. At this point in his career, he's not an NFL starting quarterback. He's not.
Okay.
He'd be a backup quarterback at best.
Okay. My next question.
Sharon.
You didn't let me answer.
Sharon.
I'm the one that told you to ask the question.
Sharon.
But the answer
He was mad. He was mad that you brought it up. That's why.
he was mad at me. That's okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's not. I agree with it. He's not. No.
My next question. Who do you trust the most to get to the second round of the playoffs? The Clippers or the Lakers? And
I mean, are we going to waste time really answering this question?
yes.
The Lakers aren't even going to make it
Yes.
past the play-in. The Lakers are not even going to make it past the play-in. What are we talking about? I mean, the Clippers are going to lose in the first round. But the Lakers aren't even going to make it past the play-in, Ron. What question are we asking here? Come on now.
Do you trust your
Yes.
So you
just pick
tell-
one. Just pick one. Keep
I picked the
moving.
Clippers to lose in the first round. I already gave my answer. So
Sharon?
Okay. It's the Lakers.
Okay.
Why you say that?
That's just the way I feel. It's the Lakers.
Why you say the Clippers, Ian?
Well, I said the Clippers because the
Believe the
Lakers aren't
Lakers.
going to make it to a first-round matchup. So
Dennis.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make it. I think we're gonna shock the world.
yeah, and they'll get swept by Denver if they do.
I really want to sit here and say neither one of them are going to do what they're supposed to do.
Pretty
No, you gotta pick one.
Yeah, I know. You would force me to pick one. Why can't I do a Ron Thomas and just
No.
Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that? Why can't I do a Ron Thomas?
Okay, because I was finna say something too. See?
Okay, well you say something, then I'll say
No.
Come on, I want whatever Ron. Now let me do a Ron Thomas, whatever Ron said.
To be honest, I would trust the Lakers more than I trust the Clippers.
Oh hell no!
Thank you, Ron.
Every time,
Put
to
the
me,
goal.
wait a minute. To me, the Clippers is like Cleveland Brown. What I mean by that, when the spotlight get on them, they shut down.
Oh, just like the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, there you go.
Oh shit, I'm out. That's it. I'm done.
I'm out.
Balling like it's March Madness. Trying to get it.
I mean, the Clippers and the Falcons, man, they're the same team. They're one and the same, man. I appreciate the compliment. There you go.
My next question.
I don't think you asked Czar, but there you go.
It's not really worth asking, but since I was gonna let him skip me, but
Czar,
that's easily the Clippers.
You trust the Clippers?
The Clippers actually gonna win a first round series. Them and Philly are gonna lose in the second round like they always do.
Clippers gonna clip.
They're gonna win the first round series though.
My next question. Is the Miami Heat window closing or winning a championship?
I think their window's already closed.
Oh, shit.
The window to win a championship, to be an elite team in the NBA, it's already done and over. You know, Miami, they'll make the playoffs. They'll be a lower seed in the Eastern Conference for the next couple of years. But the only time they were really relevant was around 2019 to 2021. You know, you had a 3-year window to win a championship. Now it's done and over with. So, Miami, congratulations. You're going to take on Boston. You'll probably lose in the first round of Boston. But your window's closed. Goodbye.
Sharon?
Well, I disagree. The window's never closed on Miami. Not as long as Pat is there.
It might be time for them to reshape things up.
Czar.
Yeah, I don't think they can win a championship with the team that's constructed right now.
Too many old players over there.
Yeah,
they got Udonis Haslem as the highest paid assistant coach. So.
Well, I mean, I agree with Czar as it's currently constructed, but that wasn't the question. That's why I answered the question the way I did.
Right.
My last question. Name one basketball player did not live up to the hype or that passed away. Sharon.
Just one?
Just one.
Does it have to be like does it have to be a recent player or does any player?
Past or present?
Oh, Patrick Ewing. That's the first one to come to mind. Patrick Ewing.
Okay. Why you say Patrick Ewing?
You said Patrick Ewing didn't live up to the hype?
No, not up to his hype.
Really?
Not up to his hype.
Wow.
You gotta understand, hype way up here, and he got about right here. He didn't get up here. The hype was here.
To be real with you, Sharon, I think he elevated. You gotta remember, he lost to Akeem in the finals, and then the Bulls put him out every time. He was there. Going for Jordan. I mean, I know that's saying Jordan and Dream, but he's next in line. He, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just looking at his career overall. The hype was here, and he got about here.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Okay. Dennis.
I thought that was a weird one. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say OJ Mayo.
Ooh.
That's definitely.
He was a bust. Well, are we including bust? Or at least someone that did well.
He said, "Hey, he said they'll live up. He said they'll live up to the
They
hype."
did not live up to the hype.
I understand why Sharon picked Patrick Ewing. This is her Patrick Ewing thing, but
No, it's not a thing. It's not because I have a thing. He did not live up to the hype that was put out about him.
Right. I think that's
you gotta understand. Patrick Ewing. I hated Georgetown, but Patrick Ewing was one of the most amazing college players ever. Okay, and the hype for him coming into the NBA was a lot. He was supposed to wreak havoc in the NBA. This is what he was supposed to do.
Right.
And that's not what happened. That's all I'm saying. I'm not throwing shade on him. I didn't say he was horrible and didn't deserve to be on the dream team and he's not top 75. I didn't say none of that. He deserves all his accolades, but he did not live up to the hype.
Okay.
For his hype. And OJ Mayo, I wholeheartedly agree on that one too, Dennis. You're absolutely 100% correct on that.
Okay. Zor.
See, I got a good one. Not necessarily a bust, because we could just pick hella busts that didn't
Right.
make it.
Right.
I'm picking a guy who was hyped and went before some great point guards like Chris Paul and them, and that's Marvin Williams from North Carolina. But he still had an okay, solid career and was in the league for a long time, contributing. But
that's because of that. Well, I get what you're saying. You're right.
You see,
I mean, he is out of that North Carolina team. He was one of the ones that played the longest, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but he never made an all-star. Never. He was supposed to be all-world as well, but he still contributed. He was like, and he played 1 year of college, I believe. He was like, oh man, this dude was the next big thing, bro. Like, you're not like LeBron and that, but coming out of college, like he went before he got drafted in front of some big people. Like, that's how good that dude was supposed to be. But like I said, I didn't want to pick a bust because I want to say he still contributed and was a solid player for years in the NBA.
Okay. Ian.
So I got two. The first one, I got the Storm and Mormon, Sean Bradley. I mean, this was a guy who was a top 3 pick, and he never lived up to a top 3 billing.
Okay.
And the other one I got.
He played a long time.
He played a long time, but he never lived up to being a top 3 pick. You don't draft a guy in the top 3 to play for a long time. You play for all-star.
Who did you say?
Sean Bradley.
Oh, no, he was a bust, bro. See, I'm picking bust.
And
he didn't contribute. He was trash, though.
And I'm going to go with a guy that has never lived up to his billing, a guy that everyone said was the next Patrick Ewing, the next LeBron James, the next superstar of the NBA, and that's Zion Williamson. He has not lived up.
He's been injured.
He's not lived up to it. He has not lived up to this guy who's going to be a top player in the league.
When he's played, he has. Go look at his name. He made the All-Star team.
Listen to what you just said, Czar. When he's
right,
played.
So you're saying injury. You're going by injury, though, with him.
But he's not living up to
not
it.
Performance.
He's not living up to a superstar. He's not.
Yeah, but not by performance. You're not going by performance.
Czar, I got a question for you. And it goes to this. Who was the dude Boston select back in the day? He was supposed to be
Len Bias. You talking about Len Bias?
Died?
Yep.
Yeah, he died though. He been playing.
I fell or passed away. I did say that in my question.
How do you live up to the hype if you die, Ron?
If you never play a game, I don't really know how that can be considered.
No.
Well, it does say in the question or passed away.
I didn't think it that way. I thought he meant in the past.
No.
Yeah.
But
then I got a few more then. Well, I mean, they were good. Actually, I won't even say those names because they were actually good before they died.
But the other one I was going to say besides OJ Mayo was DeJuan Wagner. That's the other one I was going to say.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Petrovic and Reggie Lewis, they were good before.
Hey, would Larry Hughes count?
Yeah, no. See, I don't know if he had a hella hype though, but he didn't. He wasn't as good as he was supposed to be, but he also wasn't super hype.
All right.
But I thought he was gonna be. I like Larry Hughes. He always shows signs here and there, and then when you thought he was ready to bust out, it just didn't happen.
That's the way I feel about Cam Reddish right now.
No, I never liked him. I told you he wasn't gonna be good. I watched him at Duke with Zion and them.
What about Kevin?
Yeah, I
Knox?
think I honestly starting to believe that him going to Duke was a bad idea.
Hey, what about Kevin Knox, though?
Like
I don't
RJ
think he did
Barrett,
very
but you know that he's all right. I don't even think he's gonna live up to his hype.
Another dude that I had to go on Ryan's list was Jabari Parker.
That's a good one.
Oh,
that's
Jabari
now,
Parker.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah,
I had 3, but
I remember when we got him, I was like, okay, changing scenery. He from Chicago. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I'll give you one, Marvin Bagley.
Another, but injury. I mean, again, y'all count injury, but
I count injuries, man. In the NBA, it counts.
But even when he's played, he ain't ball like Zion. So I'll give you Marvin Bagley because even when he plays, he shows flashes, but he ain't putting up no 25 and 12 like Zion was before he got hurt. That's the only reason why I don't knock Zion, because that boy is putting up like 25 and 12.
Jay Jones put the Jehovah's Witness as his answer.
Nah, see, Danny Granger was another one. He was an all-star. He lived up. He just short. I mean,
he got that injury. The injury got him.
But he made it. Like he got to that level.
Right, but injuries did affect him though, and I count it. I count injuries.
Nah, but I'm saying, but he lived up. He made it to that star status. Then he got hurt, and Paul George.
I'll tell you a player that would have been a great player if his injuries hadn't affected him so early. Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy. He was a good player for 4 to 5 years, and injuries.
He also got to a all-star level, but you're right. He was playing with no ACLs in his knees.
Yeah.
Bone to bone.
Next segment, Ron.
That's it.
Well, I got my next question was, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, fellas. Who do you have winning the NCAA tournament? That's men's and women's basketball. Who do you got winning the tournament?
I got Duke in the men's.
Wow.
And I got UConn in the females.
Okay.
Okay.
What you got, Ian?
So I got Marquette. I'm going to represent Wisconsin here. I'm going to go with Marquette coming out of the West bracket here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And, I'm going to go with Marquette, 25-1. And then on the women's side, I'm going to go with the obvious pick. I got to go with South Carolina.
Hold on. You got Marquette winning the whole thing?
I got Marquette win the whole title.
That's crazy.
I got Marquette versus Indiana. That is my championship game.
Wow.
Marquette and Indiana.
Hey, I agree with you halfway.
I just bet you do.
I do.
Hey, there are two teams that were
I
underrated.
got a logical explanation, not just
BJ ain't shit for this one. BJ ain't shit for that one.
Right.
But yeah, man, Marquette, North Carolina, South Carolina versus UConn. Dennis.
All right, go ahead, Zara.
The reason why I think Indiana is built for this particular tournament, because in this tournament you need not only a star, but if you get a duo, we got like probably the best 1-2 punch in the country. Our point guard, Hood Scafino and Trace Davis. So you got, what I'm saying? Like they're both pro ready to me. I just think both those dudes will take over the game at any time. There's certain teams that got one player, but not many got two, in my opinion. And I just think we're gonna make a run. We're not gonna win the championship, but I do think we get there. But I'm gonna roll with the team I picked last year. I'm rolling with the other Indiana school. I'm taking Purdue. Purdue, Indiana, part 3 in the NBA and the NCAA championship. Purdue gets.
So we have the same bracket then. We haven't come to the same
this year. It's hard to win 3 times, and I don't even know how often that's even happened. But I'm taking Purdue to beat us in the championship, and that's going to hurt.
Well, I'm going with Gonzaga, Drew Timme and the boys. They got to do it because they damn sure ain't going to be able to do nothing next year. So I'm going with Drew Timme and the boys. But as far as the girls, y'all know I'm North Philly, South Carolina. But if I wasn't going to go North Philly, South Carolina, I would have had to go LSU.
Oh, I got Indiana for women's winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I gotta go LSU with the Bayou Barbie. Number 10. Gotta go with it.
All right.
Yeah. That is my pick on that. And the last thing I have for y'all was who do you have? I mean, how did you like the first couple? Let's just say the first day of free agency. How did you appreciate it?
I love it. And this why. My team had not really got nobody like we did in like 5 years. It been that long. We had not really had no money to get anybody. And we re-signed our old linemen and stuff like that. So
Right. Well, for me, we don't have much money to work with, so I wasn't expecting a lot. I'm happy this is gonna be the first year we've had 2 cornerbacks in a long time. I'm actually very happy with that Gilmore pick because it's high risk, it's low risk, high reward. All we gave up was a 5th round pick, and he could be the number 2 corner, finally, the number 2 guy. So I'm excited about that. Plus, we were able to keep the majority of our main free agents. We just re-signed Donovan Wilson and Van Der Esch back. So, again, what I expect, it's cool. We need a corner. That was my main thing. Y'all know I've been saying that for the longest.
I will say Chicago, they did the best, man. Chicago, they had the best offseason so far. This whole week has been up and up for Chicago. The Atlanta Falcons have had the worst offseason I've seen. Really, the whole NFC South has really been terrible. New Orleans, Tampa Bay. I got to go with Carolina, too, for trading up to number 1. But, yeah, the whole NFC South.
I can't believe New Orleans paid Mike Thomas to stay. What? They finally
paid him to stay.
Man, they paid him to stay. Bro, sometimes you just laugh at teams.
They finally
the whole NFC South needs to be disbanded.
Paid him to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dallas Cowboys have done well. I give props to Czar's team. You haven't done much, but you've done pretty well with what you have done.
Right.
And the Denver Broncos and Detroit Lions. I got to give props to Detroit and Denver.
Denver's doing some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I'm a little upset on my team because shit is going a little bit left. I just want Darius Slay to stay. If you're listening out there, Slay, if you're listening, Slay, I need you to stay, Slay. I need you to stay.
Hey, come to Chicago, Slay. Come on, come to Chicago.
You listen to that shit, Slay. Slay, did you listen to that shit?
Hey, come to Chicago, man.
They said we could have got Slay, but chose Gilmore. I think it was probably money, and obviously, I'm sure money was the main thing, and the plus that we could get Gilmore for, like I said, a 5th rounder. So I get it, but they said we kind of turned him down. See what happened.
I'm trying to figure out why y'all didn't get what you call Ramsey.
That I don't get. And again, the only thing I can think of again is money, because I don't think a 3rd rounder is not too much to ask. So it has to be money. It has to be.
Texans have done good, BJ. I'll give them credit. They've done good so far.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. Well, CJ Gardner-Johnson about to be a Bengal? Okay. I ain't mad at that.
How many players have you lost this offseason? 500? Like how many?
You lose all of them when you get to a Super Bowl. They don't want you to get back. That's how the game goes. That's why I always say it's hard to get back. That's why when everybody says, your expectations to get back to the Super Bowl, I'm like, I don't know how many teams y'all know been back-to-back in fucking Super Bowls, but that shit ain't easy. That shit is not easy.
Unless you're Buffalo, then you do it 4 times.
That was a long time. I mean, because back then, that was the Cowboys, the Patriots. That was a back-to-back Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Usually it's Kansas City. Kansas City went back-to-back. But usually it's like a layoff.
No, I mean like losing.
But Cincinnati did a good job this year. Cincinnati went all the way back to the AFC Championship game.
Well, the thing is, Cincinnati would have gone to the Super Bowl if it hadn't been for what happened in the AFC semifinal. So
when they pushed Patrick Mahomes. on the sideline?
No, I'm talking about the play before.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it's weird though. But I'm listen. Anybody got any last words? BJ said F Blaze. UFC Lopez said he can't wait for the NFL draft.
Like and share the show. And thank you to the fans that without y'all, we would not be doing this.
I would, even if I'm talking to myself.
Bow Wow don't sing the song One Call Away. That's Chingy.
My jam is every time I try to leave, someone keeps pulling me back.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification bell for all content.
Yes. Because we do love each and every one of y'all out there. You know what I mean? And we just want to let y'all know that it's always going to be